Hello, everybody. I'm Chuck Gibson, and this is Loveland Beacon Talks, tracking Evagoras Papasavvas racing. And I have Evagoras with me on the phone right now. Welcome, Evagoras. Welcome home after a great weekend at Mid-Ohio. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on again. Always a pleasure.
We're going to just keep patting each other on the back because, trust me, it's my pleasure to have you, Evagoras. But anyway, hey, for the listeners, when I say after a great weekend at Mid-Ohio, so a P2 in race number 1 on Saturday and a P1 to wrap it up at Mid-Ohio for this season. A P1 first place finish on Sunday morning, early afternoon, however you want to look at it. But congratulations. We are so thrilled for your success this past weekend. Congratulations on some great racing.
Thank you. Yeah, it means a lot to get the job done at Mid-Ohio, in front of my home crowd, family and friends, so yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what, and I a little bird tipped me off that, like you said, in front of family and friends there at Mid-Ohio. Among the family and friends, of course, was your sister, and a little bird tipped me that you're supposed to say something special to your sister about being there this weekend.
Yeah, so my sister was there all weekend. But what was funny was on the podium for race 2. For race 1, when I was getting interviewed on the podium, I thanked my my family and friends.
Right.
But then for race 2, she was saying how she wants to shout out. So, I made sure to do it in the most big brother kind of way and made it very, awkward for her on the podium. So, yeah, kind of, said her name and basically told everyone that she wanted to shout out and giving her a shout out. So, yeah.
That's beautiful. So hey, whoever said there was such a thing as sibling rivalry, that was just sibling love right there.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Even if you did probably make her blush a little bit doing it like that. But hey, so I'll do it for her. So shout out to Celia from Evagoras on the tracking Evagoras Papasavvas racing.
Yeah. Exactly.
Not to mention Sally and Nectarios and aunts, uncles, and cousins and everybody that all of that Papasavvas family and extended family that supports you all along the way. And oh my gosh, not only you had to be thrilled, but everybody had to be thrilled with the results. Tell me, tell our listeners, Evagoras. Let's go back to Saturday, race number 1. I'm trying to remember what was your starting position for race 1? Was that grid spot number 2?
Yeah. So for race 1, I was starting P2. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, take me through that because obviously at the end of the day, you earned a P2 podium finish in that race. So how'd that race play out for you?
Yeah. So race 1. Started second. I had a very good initial start, but then just being on the outside of turn 1 makes it really difficult. So then another car got past me. My teammate actually got past me. So then I dropped down to P3 on the first lap, but then I was able to make my way past another car. So then I got up into P2. My teammate was leading. I was in second, and it was kind of just us two all the way until the finish. I was applying pressure the whole race. I was right behind him the whole race. But yeah, so it was a solid race overall. I had a few times where I was really close to getting him, sometimes where I was ahead of him just for a little bit, and then unfortunately lost the position again. But no, it was a very good, hard-fought battle. Yeah. It was a fun race, but at the end of it, just happy coming off with P2 and getting good championship points and not losing any positions. Just I'd rather stay at my position than to lose them. So
absolutely. Well, and obviously a great day for Crosslink Motorsports team with number 1 Evagoras. You go into the race as the champion, the driver championship leader. and then as you said, your teammate he got his first Formula Regional Americas win, and that came for him right in front of you, taking the P2. So a great day for Crosslink Motorsports, and a great day for you, not only taking the P2, but the guys that that are chasing you were down the standings in the finish on race one. So you gained some points and held on strong to that driver championship lead, which brought us into very interesting, and I took note of this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it brought us into race 2 on Sunday with you in the P3 starting position, which actually that's an inside position, right? Compared to the P2 start position puts you on the outside at the start of the race, correct?
Yeah, so, at this track, I kind of realized that it might be better starting third than starting second.
Right.
Just because you get the inside. So, yeah, I started third because I had the third fastest lap. But, so still at the top, so it was a good, good starting position nevertheless. But, so started third, got a good initial start again. Was side by side with my teammate. And then my teammate and the P1 car, they collided. Going into turn 2, on the inside, we were 3 wide going into the corner. They collided on the inside, and I was able to go around on the outside of both of them, and then take the lead of the race.
Oh wow, that was surprising. And again, I didn't see it live, or even for that matter, a replay at this point I haven't seen. I was thinking that inside position is what gave you a good, but it turned out a little collision, and you were able to take the outside path around them and jump into the lead within. That all happened within lap number 1, correct?
Yeah, so that happened lap 1, turn 2. I was able to get into the lead once they hit each other. Spun around.
So, and I know, and you and I have talked about this, the listeners who have heard us talk about this, we know, especially Mid-Ohio, not a lot of great passing opportunities exist. So moving into that, P1 position on lap number 1, and I think, what do you want to call it, clean air out in front of you?
Yeah, clean air out in front of me. But yeah, it is pretty hard to pass around Mid-Ohio. Not many big passing opportunities. But yeah, no, it was good being out there in the front. I was able to just get clean track and just kind of focus on myself and put in good laps one after the other. And I was able to pull a gap away from P2 to have some breathing space.
Right.
But yeah, so I had a little bit of a gap, and then there was a full course yellow that came out because I believe it was actually my teammate. He had a rear wing failure. So going into turn 1, he lost control, and then he went off into the gravel. So they had to retrieve him from that. So that caused the full course yellow. But and then that was both good and bad, because it was bad in the turn where so I was pulling away. I had a decent gap, and then this full course yellow, so then everyone gets close together again.
Yeah. Brings the field back to you.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was good in the way that I found out at the end of towards the last few laps of the race, and also at the end of the race, that my engine was slowly going out.
Ooh.
So, I could feel it was kind of losing power, and the power delivery was weird, and some of my shifts were off. So it kind of started to feel a little weird. So that full course yellow was good because it gave the car a chance to cool down a little bit before the end of the race, and to basically extend the life of the engine to make it to the end. But yeah, so then once the yellow, once we went green again, I was able to pull out another gap for the last two laps or so, and came out with the win.
What came to my mind, Evagoras, because you said it was kind of good and it was kind of bad, and I don't know, but I got a couple of years on you age-wise. So I don't know if they still do this, but back when I was in school, we always had to read A Tale of Two Cities. Did you have to read that book?
No.
Well,
no, we have not.
Anyway, I was going to say, this is what brought the beginning of the book is it was the best of times and it was the worst of times. So that yellow comes out and, oh shoot, we're going to have to do a restart and the field's coming back to me. But then it was also the best of times because, as you just told me and explained to us, the listeners, you know, the car, it needed a little bit of a break there on those caution laps to cool the engine down and come back out ready to finish strong. So the best of times and the worst of times, I stole it from The Tale of Two Cities. I apologize for that reference. We'll call it the Tale of Two Yellows, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, well, it worked out well for you. And so, you know, I've noticed, and I tell the listeners right now, I say go to, framericas.com and check out all the latest and greatest. I know there's a nice story in there about you collecting your win at Mid-Ohio. And is that 3 wins already this season for you with the FR Americas series? Or
yes, it is 3 wins. When I had 1 win at NOLA, 1 win at Road America, and then 1 win at Mid-Ohio. So I've won at every track that we've been to so far. So it's good so far.
Yeah, keep that streak alive.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, there's nothing wrong with doubling up or maybe taking a full sweep. You know, I know what's coming up next, and this is an interesting situation too. Coming off of such great success at Mid-Ohio, a wonderful weekend, and now headed to Indy. Like, this is back-to-back weekends, which is pretty rare. So if I got it right, you'll be at Indy at the end of this week. So you'll be at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for races. In fact, 3 races this weekend there, correct?
Yeah, I believe it is 3 races at Indy. But yeah, so you know, just a lot of opportunities, a lot more points up for grabs. So yeah, looking forward to it, and it should be fun at Indy. Now, because my engine was going out Mid-Ohio, like I mentioned before, that means that I get a new engine for Indy. So you know, it's all going to be good stuff. But yeah, I'm excited.
Well, that, you know, and I was going to ask you, again, a couple of things, and now that you mentioned the engine situation, too, I'll throw that into the question mix. But first off, what's it like for you, like, mentally? Is it better, like, you come off the weekend that you just had, and then immediately you're back, you know, you're back in the driver's seat 1 week later, or do you like to have that break in between? I mean, is it more pressure coming back-to-back weekends, or do you like it better when you're just back in the seat right away?
You know, I wouldn't really have a preference, but it always is nice to have a little bit of a break. Well, there's 2 sides to it. It's always nice to have a little bit of a break to kind of recuperate and to relax, to make sure that when you come back, you're ready to go. But then it's also nice to have back-to-back weekends because, you know, you're already kind of in that mood, in that zone, right. And you only have a couple of days until you're back in the car. So, you know, that first session feels more comfortable and you feel more at home than having to get used to it in the first few practice sessions like at Mid-Ohio, since we had a bigger break. Well,
then the other question with the new engine, so you're getting back in the car right away. But I mean, is there a different approach when you're getting in with a new engine? I mean, how does that play into it for you? I mean, you're still getting on the track and you drive it the same, or with a new engine, you're like getting a feel for that engine, or how does that work for you?
From what I know with this series, I don't think there's much from a driver that's different. Just the team, you know, they do some tests with the engine to make sure that it's running right and it's good to go for the event on the weekend. But then once it's in the car and, you know, it's confirmed that everything's working right, then, you know, it's just another engine and everything else is the same.
Yeah. Well, that's another great point when you talk about the team and the team's preparation. This is not any kind of a dig at teams. You know, you've had the opportunity to be a part of the Jay Howard team and HMD Motorsports last year. So you've had experience with a couple different teams, but you know, right now, and I think I've even heard you say, this Crosslink Motorsports team has been a great experience for you, and I think maybe they have a lot of confidence in you, and you certainly are showing a lot of confidence in the work they're doing, the equipment they're putting you in, getting your race machine ready to go. What do you say to that?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. The Crosslink Motorsports team is an amazing team. They operate really, really well in the series. They are the most decorated team in the series, and that's for good reason. But yeah, I'm really happy where I am with Crosslink. I'm getting along with the other drivers and all the mechanics and engineers and driver coaches and just everyone involved. It's a great atmosphere to be in, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be where I am.
Yeah, big smile on your face.
Yeah,
for sure. Well, and I was going to say again, looking at the framericas.com, the website, they have not updated the championship points, but do you know, because I've got it, you pick up 18 for the second place finish on Saturday and then 25 for the P1 yesterday. Do you know if that's correct or not?
Yeah, I believe that's correct. I think actually one of my managers actually did a calculation. Mm-hmm. He's been calculating it the entire year as we go throughout the races.
Right.
Just to make sure, just so we know what it is.
Right.
What the points are before they release it. But I think as of right now, I am still leading the championship. Oh, yeah. And then I think Brady Golan is behind me. I believe that's what it is.
He went into the weekend with 54.5. Your teammate KK, I don't know how to say it. Is it KK Hanio? I know.
It's KK.
KK. Anyway, he went in with 56, and of course he picked up that victory, but he didn't get near those points in race number 2. The bottom line is I've got you at 118.5. You went into the weekend at 75 and a half, and then the 43 point addition would put you at 118.5. Cooper Shipman was trailing you in second, but he didn't pick up points at all really over the weekend. So as you said, it looks like Brady Golan jumped up to second, and he's probably somewhere around 70 or 70, maybe close to 80 points now, something like that.
I think the calculation, so yes, that is correct. Yeah. I'm at 118.5, and then Brady Golan's in second at 87.5.
There you go.
And then Cooper Shipman is in third at 87, so just half a point behind Brady Golan.
There you go. Cooper did pick up some points, but so the bottom line is a good, a decent lead heading to Indianapolis, and we're going to wish you the very best. And now's a quick time. We'll do a quick preview. If you want to share a little bit about your expectations going into Indianapolis, where you have raced many laps on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, that's for sure, and a number of races. So what do you say going into that, and we'll wrap up today's racing recap.
I'm just really excited to go racing at Indianapolis in this car. I'm really looking forward to it. We're racing with the Trans Am series, so Trans Am is going to be there. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a good time at Indy. It's always a good time at Indy. Great area, and just racing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway is always a pleasure. So yeah, I'm excited to race with the Crosslink team in the Formula Regional car. But yeah, it'll be a good time. So we'll see what happens.
There you go. So, again, we're going to wish you the very best. I guess race number 1 at Indy is for you guys is going to take place on Saturday. The second race will take place Sunday morning, and the third one will wrap up afternoon on Sunday. So 3 races at Indianapolis for you coming up this weekend. And Evagoras, once again, thank you so much for taking the time. And I probably just can't say enough how excited we are for you and the results that you that put up this past weekend, and the results that you've put up all 3 race weekends in the FR America so far this year. Keep that streak alive, and we'll look forward to talking to you after you get back from Indianapolis, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, looking forward to it, and thank you again.
Thank you for joining us. And listeners, thank you too for joining us. For now, I'm Chuck Gibson. This has been Tracking Evagoras Papasavvas Racing on Loveland Beacon Talks special sports presentation. Until next time, I'm Chuck Gibson. Thanks for listening.